Before we start today, I want to make sure that you have your long bands ready. So the long bands are really important because today we're going to be working on posture, strengthening the upper body while we're working on balance as well. Okay, so today's message that I would love to go over is, I see from some people they're saying that they're not getting results as quick as they wanted to, but they've been suffering for maybe 5 or 10 years with issues and they're hoping to get that. So the thing that I can tell you is stick with it. Stay with the program, because to reverse something that's been going on for 10 years, maybe you haven't had a program or the opportunity to understand how to change your situation. I think it's really important the stickability is there. So as you begin to think of it in this way, society tells us that as we age, we begin to decline and we go down. And if you've been feeling that you've been declining, and now having used the balance board, you feel much more stable, like you're not getting so much better, but you're not getting worse, that's already a positive. See, because if the natural tendency is to, with age, go down, and now every day you're getting a little older, and yet you're staying here, this was what was happening, and now you're here, that's already a positive in the direction of where you're going. And I know with balance training and the ability that you have as a person, not only can you start doing, instead of doing this, you start doing this, you can actually reverse it, as I saw with Bob, and completely take control of your life again. And your life is about you. It's not about what's around you, it's about you and touching into your own power so that then you can enjoy everything around you. Getting better is actually about reversing aging. And can you do that? Absolutely, you can do that. When it comes to the body, if the mind says, I'm getting older and I just accept the way it is, then of course the body's going to follow what you believe. See, society has set us up to believe that as we get older, we're just meant to start going downhill. Like if I go to my doctor tomorrow and I say, hey, my knee's hurting, the doctor's gonna say, oh, it's because you're getting older. And I'm like, no, it's not. I played soccer yesterday and something happened to that part of my body and I wanna try and get it better. What do I need to do to get it better? Not just, okay, I'm getting older, I'll just accept the pain. But as soon as you do, then you begin to accept everything beginning to decline. I don't think anybody should sit there and accept somebody else who's not as invested in you as you need to be. Be the most invested in you and take it back. So doctors are brilliant. I love doctors. And I think that it's really important that you listen to your doctors, but at the same time, they're trying to help you, but they're not invested in you in the same way. So use your smarts, listen to what they say always, and then reinvest back into you to be everything you can be. Julie, she sent a message to me yesterday after yesterday's workout together, and I love getting messages and I will address them to people. So Julie said she's got some problems that have been going on for about 10 years right now, and because of an Achilles injury, she wasn't able to function. Her right leg now is forcing her to limp, and the tightness of the hip flexors have now forced her to again be slightly more bent over in her body. So today we're going to work on upper body posture, which just reminds me to sit up straight. And we're also going to work on a couple of exercises that will help your body adjust. But the big thing here is, Julie, when you start working and you've got into a habit of something over the last 5 or 10 years, get to the point where you practice opposite habits. So if you're tight in your hip flexors, take the time to stretch them out. If you want to walk, stand and walk in a much better way, even holding onto the poles, and practice the repetition of movement that you want. So with that being said, I also want to address really quickly, Sandra, yes, we will be putting these up onto YouTube and other places so you can get these workouts later on as well. But with that said, I think it's time that we get working out. So, let me put this over here. I'm just going to adjust the camera just a little bit. Now that was just a little bit, but we're in here, you can see the board. So to start with today, just shake your arms out, grab hold of the board, just get used to the motion going side to side. There you go, just nice and easy. Now we're going to start with the step tap today. But what I want you to do is in tapping, I want you to today tap your heel. So if I did it sideways, you'll see I'm putting my heel on the board. And the reason we're doing this is I was talking to John yesterday, and he was saying that he doesn't really walk heel to toe. And I may have addressed it in our newsletter that just came out. So just tapping and lifting up and down, exaggerating the movement as you loosen up, and just feeling the heel touching the ground. Thanks for the messages. I'll get to them at the end. I can see messages coming through. I just can't read them from this far away. Good, so I'm just tapping with my heel. Now we're going to change this up a little bit, and I want you to think heel, toe, and back down. So we get used to walking. Heel, toe, back down. And again, you can take the time to look and see where you're tapping. But again, heel, toe, and down. Heel, toe, and down. Good. Heel, toe, and down. Now we're going to add to this. And again, just stop for a second, shake your legs out because the muscles are getting moving for today. We're now going to go heel, toe, heel, and down. And what we're actually doing there is the leg that's standing on is getting stronger while the other one is off the ground. So it's not just the leg that's lifting and the heel that's working, it's the leg you're standing on. So here we go, are you ready? Lift your right leg. Heel, toe, heel, and down. Heel, toe, heel, and down. And you'll notice that I'm lifting my knee in between each one and just tapping the board nice and light that the board doesn't fall to the side. There you go. Looking good. Heel, toe, heel, and last one each side. Heel, toe, heel, and down. Heel, toe, heel, and down. Good. So what we want to do now is we're going to build this up. I want you to put your heel by number 2. Put your foot on the board, go up on your toe, rock it back down and come down. We'll start again on the left side. Take your heel on the board behind number 2, push the board to the ground, rock on the board, go up on your toe, come back on your heel and back down. So it goes heel, toe, up, heel, back down. Heel, toe, up, heel, back down. Let's just see if we can speed that up a little bit, but always go at your own pace. So I'm just heel, toe, and down, heel, toe, and down. This will help you with the walking motion of being able to step forward and push off that toe. So let's speed it up a little bit now. Don't have to go all the way up now, just enough to feel the pressure on the toe. Excellent, you guys are doing, I'm sure, excellent. Going at your own pace again. And for some of you that may be more advanced, we can just go a little bit faster. So just heel, toe. But again, always go at your own pace. And as you feel more comfortable, you'll begin to be able to speed up. We're getting back to real life. Good. And just bringing it back down slowly again. Excellent. Good, and come and step back on the ground. Good, shake the legs out. Nice and easy. When I shake my legs out, I just kick the board. It'd be nice if I could be perfect, right? Okay, so the next exercise we're going to do, I just want you stepping to the side and just tapping your foot against your knee. And the reason I'm doing this is, again, trying not to hold onto the board as far as to sustain myself, but I can tell if my balance is good, because even if I put one finger on top, I shouldn't have to rely on the board to save me when my balance is good. But if I'm off balance and this happens, it's okay, because it's letting me know I've got to keep working on the focus of the ability to go on a single leg and keep my balance. Now from going side to side, just lift it straight up and down. There you go. Strengthen those hip flexors. And for you, Julie, in here, pull those shoulders back, everybody. At this point, you should have your eyes up and looking around. Now, what I want you to do is take a look to your right as you do this. Now look forward, look to your left, look forward, look to your right, and try and look slightly more behind you a little bit. So again, your feet are going one way, now come back to the middle, and look over your left shoulder. And make sure you're focused on that board being in a great position for you to go and be balanced. Good, okay. Whew. It's already getting hot out here in California, wherever you're watching from. It's beautiful blue skies. I was out earlier this morning, and it's going to be a hot one today. Okay, so the next exercise we're going to do, step up on number 2, lift your heel up, step back. And all we're going to do is keep going from side to side. The board touches the ground, you lift your heel, and we step into here, very good. Going side to side. Now, for those of you that are starting, feeling a little off balance and working through the connection of the brain to the body to feel comfortable and confident, I want you to stay doing this one. But for those of you that are a little bit more advanced, we're going to stop for a second, and what I'm going to show you is you're going to step across. So if you look, I cross my feet over and I put my foot on number 2. I'm going to lift my leg up. Now I'm going to step back on the ground. I'm going to cross my foot over, lift my back leg off the ground, step back in. So we're just doing a crossover so we get used to, again, changing the way the feet move and the balance. Because as I step across, I'm now feeling the pressure on the outside of my ankle as I stabilize. So I'm strengthening my outside of my ankle. And you'll also feel the outside of the foot having more pressure. So again, you're developing that strength and ability to be off balance or you're imbalance, I shouldn't say off balance, you're imbalance on a surface that's slightly off flat. So now let's just pick this up a little bit. There you go. Just picking up, going side to side. Excellent. Now what I want to do is I want to step in here. For those that are doing the step across, keep going. For those that are still stepping just up and going back, and now I want you to take extra steps. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Step up, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the ground. Step up, then 4 on the ground. 2, 3, 4. Step up, come back, 4 on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're stepping up, and now we're just doing small little steps in between. Step up, small little steps in between. Step up. Now, for those of you that are crossing over, cross, 4 steps. Cross over, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's almost like a little dance move. There you go. So we're just in here, speeding those feet up. Step, 1, 2, 3, 4. Step. And when you're lifting to go on to step up, lift the leg up and down, then quick little feet, up and down, quick little feet. And that goes for everybody now. Let's see if we can get those feet in the middle a little faster. So it's up, 1, 2, 3, 4. 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 2 more times through, 2, 3, 4, and up, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. That should help us a little bit with the warm up. Shake those arms out. What I want you to do is grab hold of the poles and lean forward slightly. Feel the stretch down the back of the legs. I can feel my heart rate is up and I can feel the pressure. Good. Stand back up again. Shake your legs. One more time. Bend forward. If you want, you can walk your hands down the poles a little bit so you can go a little lower. If you want to go a little lower still, you can. So, the next thing I want to do is grab a quick drink of water. We're in here. Cheers. Always important for us to stay hydrated. It's actually critical. They say that top athletes, let me just fix this a little bit. Top athletes, they, there you go. They, 20% loss of performance at 3% dehydration. Think about that. 3% dehydration of working out. And top athletes can lose up to 20% of performance. So top athletes know they got to stay hydrated. It's even more important for people that aren't aware of their physical activity. So make sure you keep hydrating. I'm going to show you this as well. Here's my towel, Queen of England. So always love my mother country, but I love America too. Okay, so the next exercise that we're going to do, I'm going to go on to 2 and 2. Put your feet on 2 and 2. There you go, and just rocking side to side. Good, and as you're doing this, I want you to now try and find your balance in the middle. There's your balance. Now, as you're doing that, pull your shoulders back. Again, we're going to work on posture today. So round your shoulders, pull them back. Round your shoulders, pull them back. Round your shoulders, push them forward, pull them back and stand upright. Now, in that position there, I want you to go up on your toes and try and keep that balance. If you're not able to balance, it's okay because you're learning. And the thing is, your brain is always figuring out where you are. So come back down again, then back up on your toes. Come back down again. Come up on your toes, keep those shoulders back. Feel the back muscles here. Feel them tight. Feel them squeezing back because we want to strengthen up the rhomboid muscles through here to be able to be strong and confident. Good, just rock side to side again. Now when I say strong and confident, by having these strong, you'll stand upright, and standing upright has an air of confidence, both for those looking at you, but also for yourself as well. There you go, good. Now, step back off of the board. This is a new exercise I haven't done before with anybody. I don't think it's on our DVD workouts. What I want you to do is take your right foot and put it right in the middle of the red mark. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna try and balance on one foot. Slowly bring the other leg up until it's by the side of your knee. Good, and you'll notice that you're focusing on the pressure points of the outside of the foot and the inside of the foot. Now, take your left leg and push the board to the ground so it's off balance. Then take it off and bring it back to middle again. We're gonna do that just a little bit faster. Find that balance. Good. Now touch the side and bring it straight back up again. Can you find that balance? And again, push your left foot, touch the board on the ground, lift your foot up. And what we're working on here is the ability to be able to react to a change and bring our foot and body strength back in alignment. One more time. Down, bring it back, find that balance. Good, and step back off of the board. Now step your left foot up. As my left foot's in the middle, slowly take your foot off the back, off the ground. Slowly bring it up to the center and feel that balance. Now, take that right leg, push the board to the ground and step straight back up again and find your balance. There, your brain will figure it out. And push back down and come back up again. So while we're doing this, we've got 2 more to go. Steve sent a message today on Facebook saying that he had his mask on, he got out of his car, hold that balance, and he tripped over one of those concrete dividers that they have in there. One more time, touch the side and come back up. And he said that he thought he was going to fall because he tripped badly, but he was able to save his fall good and step back on the ground. Now, the reason he was able to save his fall, he gives it credit to the 60 Up and says it inspires him because to keep working on it, because what he realized was the reaction of his feet was so quick because of the exercises that we do in here that he found his ability to stay upright. Now, when I spoke to Steve, I said, and while I'm talking, let's just tap on the number 3 again to warm the legs up. There you go. So when I was talking to Steve in the response, and you might be able to see that on Facebook too, I said it was the brain that reacted, not the feet. The feet followed the reaction of the brain. If your brain is not quick to recognize what's going on, your body won't save itself, your brain will save your body. So fantastic, Steve. Thanks for the message. Love hearing success stories about overcoming things that maybe in the past you wouldn't. Okay, this is the next thing we're going to be doing now. Step on 2 and 2. And we started this yesterday, and again, about the brain feeling the body. So rocking side to side. What I want you to do now is slowly close your eyes. Listen to the music and allow yourself to just rock. Picture wherever you'd like to be. I'd love to be on a beach right now, me personally. Hearing the soft lapping of the water on the shore. Hawaii sounds great, or Bora Bora. And just rock side to side. Picture where you would want to be and see yourself walking through the area you'd love to be, or walking into the home of someone that you'd love to go and see, or getting up to answer the front door of your grandkids coming over. Good, open your eyes, and again, rock side to side. There you go. Now what I want you to do this time is close your eyes again, feel your shoulders back, feel yourself standing upright, and with your eyes closed, try and find your balance. If at any time you feel uncomfortable, open your eyes. And this is not as easy as it may seem, but you'll notice how your brain is learning to figure out the pressure points and where they're going. Now open your eyes and find your balance. And you'll notice with the combination of your eyes and your brain feeling, you're in a much better shape to find that balance and maintain it. Try it one more time. Close your eyes and rock side to side. And now find your balance with your eyes closed. It's amazing how we're not as used to feeling our body with our eyes closed. But if we strengthen our brain and then add the eyes to it, imagine how good our balance is going to be. And open your eyes, find your balance. Brilliant. Great job. Good. Step back off of the board. So this is our last exercise we're going to do. I'm going to do a quick mouthful of water again. And this is the last exercise before we go to the bands. We're going to do a couple of band exercises today, but the water. And again, if you're feeling thirsty, you're already dehydrated. So, in there. So the next exercise we're going to do, and join in or step off, and again, go at your own pace. I want you to step on one-on-one. This is a new exercise as well that I did last night, seeing how can we... Well, let me go backwards a little bit. I had talked about when the COVID restriction, the quarantine is over and every country in the world is suffering from it. I don't want you walking out. My goal for you is to be able to run outside. So I'm like, how can I get you all moving faster on the balance board when we're spending a lot of time rocking? So what I want you to do is just on one-on-one, start walking. And if this is the most you're going to do today, then that's fine, because I don't want you to go faster than you need to. Lift those feet a little higher. Now, what I want you to do is a little quicker. Hold on to those poles. It's almost like you're, I've seen those machines, what are they called? The elliptical machines. We're almost in that motion, except instead of being solid and stable on one position, the ground's changing underneath. Now, begin to speed it up a little bit. There you go. Speed it up a little bit more. Now, can I get smaller feet? And can I start running a little bit in here, nice and easy? Again, if it's too much, just go at your own pace. We can always build this up. But I want you running outside to celebrate getting back into the real world. Good, now can I go a little faster? And we're starting to get a little cardio exercise in here. I'm not hitting the board hard. I'm nice and light. I'm just tapping that board. My knees are coming up. And I want to run. Let's go another 20 seconds. Good. I can feel my heart rate coming up. This is the last balance exercise we're doing for today. The poles are there to help you. If I want to slow down a little bit, I can lift the knees a little bit higher. Here we go, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now find your balance. Not so easy. Having gone from a movement, shoulders back, eyes up. But the beautiful thing here, imagine you've been running and suddenly you're about to fall, you feel that trip, and your body is used to coming back into a centered, stable position again. And we'll continue to work on this, but great job. Step back off of the board. I'm definitely getting a little bit of a sweat going. Okay, so for the next thing here, I'd like you to go and get your long bands. Now, to do this, you don't have to have long bands. You can just do the arm movements. I'll show you how to adjust for that as well. But let's go ahead and move the poles from the outside holes to the inside holes. For those of you that have the second generation board, you've got your red clip. You just move the board, I push it back in. There's one board done, one pole. There's the second one in. There you go, and we're in position. Ready to go. Now, grab your bands. Hey, Gregory, I see that you just joined. And we have Vera as well. Vera's watching. She's got a great book out. You should get Vera's book. It's just got released, and I know it's going to be a huge success. Okay, so take the bands, feed them into the side of the board. Oops. I'm throwing my around. Feed the handle through. And what I want you to do is place it, move the hooks up, place the band on the top of the red hook, go to the other side, feed it in, bring it across, and again, slide the red hook up and put the band in. Now, the reason we move the poles in is anatomically, I don't want the poles in the way of my arms. I want the poles to be comfortable in the position they're at. Now, the other thing I want you to do is now twist the hooks to be on the inside of the pole. Now, Because we're going to be working on upper body, having a better posture, I want you to take hold of the the band with your right arm from the left-hand side. Now, find a nice balance, and all I want you to do is take your arm and pull it back. I want you to feel the back muscles in here tightening up as I'm going. Now, if you don't have bands, that's okay. You can find your balance and move your arm like this and feel the muscles tightening across. And again, I'm using the blue bands. These are our second highest resistance. Most of you will have yellow bands, but it's still a nice resistance. So let's go 10. 1, keep that balance. Balance always comes first. 2, standing nice and tall. 3, and again. 4, and again. 5, and again. 6, I can feel the muscles in my back working. 7, oops, got to make sure balance always comes first. Don't rush the exercise. I can go slower, but again, we're working on balance and stability. This should be the 10th one. I hope I counted right. Then we're going to put the handle back. Now swap over, take your left hand to the right band. Again, find the balance, and here we go. 1, and pulling across. 2, my balance is off. Take the time to stop and find your balance. Here we go. 3, 4. I got so many friends that are professional dancers. I know Gregory is a professional dancer. We performed on stage together. And it's so critical in movement to have stability and stationary stability, because we're dancing most of the time, we're moving. But you've always got to come back to center to be able to move again. Last one coming up. Good, hold that and back down. Now hold on to the poles. What I want you to do, squeeze your shoulders back and forward. Back and forward. Keep that balance the whole time. Back and forward. Back and forward. And as you move, you're going to have to adjust your balance. So there's a quick little exercise for Julie and for John, anybody else that has a posture issue. Find a corner of a wall. It's a great exercise. Put your feet slightly out. Stand here and just pull your shoulders back until you feel your shoulder blades touching the wall. Let it go. Pull them back. Keep your head up. Here, pull them back. Now what I want you to do is hold that position for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it down. Now, if you're feeling strong and confident, move your feet till your feet are touching the wall, and do the same thing 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hold it for 5. 1, head up. 2, 3, 4, 5. And I would do this exercise if I want to increase my posture. I would do this exercise a number of times throughout the day, and learn to have those muscles tighten and hold me in a better postural position. Okay, we're going to go back to the shoulder work again. I now want you to take your right hand, take the right band, find your balance, lift up slightly, and all I want you to do is bring it to the side and back in. And what we're focusing here is when you take it back, can you feel the back muscles pulling the arm back? Don't pull the arm back without using the back muscles. What happens? These muscles here tighten, and that allows for your arm to move back. That should be 4, 5, keep that balance first. 6, 7, 8. These are good challenging bands for me. 9, 10, come and put it back down. I'm gonna switch to the side left on the opposite side. So lift it up, find your balance. 1, squeeze the back. 2, gotta focus on my balance. 3, 4, balance down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one coming up, 10. Now good, place it back on there again. Now, if you want more resistance, there are other bands that you can get. These are perfect for me. Yellow are perfect for some. And again, if you don't have bands, you can just be here and just moving your arm back, keeping your balance and working on the back muscles. Because the reality is, To work muscles, you only need dynamic tension. You don't need added resistance until you've got those muscles working perfectly in here. So again, work the back muscles to open up the chest, pull the shoulders back and be able to walk upright. One of the things, and turn sideways into here right now, just find your balance sideways. I want to explain something to you. If I round my shoulders and I go into this position here, I'm naturally in a position to fall forwards if I trip or have a slight stumble. So the ability to pull your shoulders back and be upright here allows you, even if you trip, to be able to pull your body back and save the fall. Watch again. If I'm here and I lean forward or I'm hunched over, if I trip, not only do I have to pull my shoulders back or my body back, I've got to try and save momentum and weight transference from going down. Come back and face the forward. So again, shoulders back and going into here. Now, next exercise I want you to do, take the band, take it in front of you, pull it back, and all I want you doing from here is small little pushes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, place it back on the inside. Let's take the other side. Hand goes forward, bring the elbow back. 10 small pushes again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, put the band back on. Now take your arm to the side, find that balance, and just start moving. It's hard to see in there. I'm just doing little circles going backwards. In here, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, change arms, take the arm to the side. Again, you're circling backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Focus on the balance all the time. 4, 3, 2. And if you get off balance, you find 1 and come back. If you find you're getting off balance, stop the exercise. Find your balance and then start it again. Everything here is about the body being in a balanced position and moving rather than moving in an off-balance position. Okay, what I want you to do is move your feet back to 2 and 2, if they weren't already, and just rock side to side. We're going to bring the heart rate down a little bit. So my tip for today is find a TV show that you like, stand on the board. Normally we'd have the poles in 2 and 2, which is a better stance position. And I want you to watch TV and see if you can rock for 15 minutes. And it's a 15-minute, and you can go as slow as you want. Instead of sitting on the sofa, stand up, watch TV. And what I want you to do at the end of 15 minutes is evaluate how much you were thinking about rocking and how much you were focused on the TV show. So we get used to moving and not thinking about moving, because you'll find I'm not thinking about moving right now. I'm talking to you, and then my body says I want to move. So while I'm talking to you, the body's in its own sphere with the brain guiding it. Then when the commercials come on, see if you can find that balance. And listen to the commercials while you're balancing. So we train the brain to be multifunctional, where it can focus on balance and at the same time, it can focus on movement. So when you run outside, remember we're going to run outside. When you do that, not only are you running outside with the body, but you're seeing everything outside with your eyes. You've got the freedom to move and be independent while you engage in things you want to at the same time. With that being said, let's step back off the board. Great job. What I want you to do is just take your arms. Now roll the shoulders nice and easy. Just roll them back. We want to loosen up that upper back. Now take your arms, wrap them around you, grab hold of your shoulders, and in this instance, bend forward slightly. And one thing you'll notice is as you bend forward slightly, you'll see or you'll feel the muscles in the back stretching. Now come stand back up again, take your arms down. We're going to do it one more time, cross the other arm over the top this time. And lean forward. And this is one of the dangers. When you get used to leaning forward or being slightly hunched over, the muscles in the back begin to stretch and that becomes normal. So again, release, pull back, roll the shoulders back. There you go. Next thing I want you to do is just tip your ear to the side, tip your ear to the side, tip your ear to the side, tip your ear to the side,
Good. Now, can you just roll your chin? And if you want to hold on for stability, you can. But just roll your head really slow. We want to loosen those muscles up. Now, stand looking forward. Just look up at the sky and look back down again. Feel how solid your feet, and again, feel how solid your feet feel on the ground. Your feet are so solid on the ground, and the board is just there to support you. Good. One more time. Good. Now, this is an exercise for Julie. I want you to take your right foot, step back from the board a little bit, take your right ball of the foot and just place it on the board and just bend forward a little bit into here. So you can feel the calf stretching. Now, in there, if you bend the knee slightly, so you're pushing on the board, but keep the heel low, you'll feel the Achilles getting a stretch. And it's so important to stretch that Achilles because that gives you freedom of movement. Good, let's go back to the other side. Take your left foot, heel on the ground, put the ball of the foot on the board, begin to lean forward. You'll feel the calf stretch, and the more you bend the knee, the more you'll feel the stretch going down the leg to the Achilles. A great one for everyone to do, Julie. Do this one because this will help you a lot, stretch out that Achilles. And it's going to take time because it's been 10 years. Good, step back. But if you do it, you'll get better. If you don't do it, it will only get worse. Okay, next one I want to do again is just bending forward. Good, allow your head to drop. Feel the stretch in the back of the legs. You should feel a stretch as well in your lower back. Walk down the poles. If you feel really confident, put your hands on the board and feel that stretch. And just hold it there for 10 seconds. Nice, easy. Take deep breaths. Good, we're almost there. Hands back on the poles and pull yourself back up. I've gone nice and red again. Now what I want you to do is just slowly move your knee. Lift your foot off the ground and move your knee around. You're just here, moving the knee around. We're almost back to not where we started because you've done great work, but we're almost at the end of the workout now. Just nice and easy. And the last one I want from here is just a little heel lift to the back. So I did this to the side. It's just a little push back here. Just a real small movement. You'll feel that your glutes, your butt is tightening up. But I also want you to think it's nice and relaxed. Julie in here, think about stretching out that hip flexor, the part down here. By moving the leg back, we counteract this movement that goes on, which shortens the hip flexor. Now we're here going backwards, and we're able to push through here and just really, like, without too much effort, get it used to expanding back the other way. And that, my friends, actually my family, is the end of the workout today. So I'm going to take a couple of minutes, just grab a last drink of water. And if you have any questions at all, please type them in, because I'm genuinely here to help. Let me grab this. So let me scroll back down some of the messages. Been here, Kimberly, Tomei, Vera, Gregory, Angie. Hi Angie, how you doing? It's great, thank you so much for being part of this and being part of the 60 Up as well. It means a lot to me because I'm not able to help people unless you come and join in. And I truly love helping people get better, getting their lives back. And again, we've seen so much of the results, the testimonials, everything you read online is from real users, from people that truly use the product and it's changed their lives. And so any way that I can help you, and Angie, for your husband as well, I don't know what his name is yet, but I'm sure we will. Again, ask questions. If you've got concerns, if you've got issues, if you want help with something in specific, like Julie did today when she contacted me yesterday and said, you know, I've got these issues, I will adapt workouts to help you. And we're going to have some harder workouts as well. So as you get better, we're going to get stronger, and I'm going to challenge you. And I've seen bodybuilders get on these boards and they've been unable to do all the exercise that I'm giving them to do. So I'm not going to take you to a place where you can't do it. I'm going to take you to a place where you didn't know you could do it, and you do. Kirk, hey, thanks so much for being here as well. Again, reach out. Any way that I can help, I will.
You know what will be the greatest story for me? What I'd love to hear, the greatest for me, is when we do get out of this COVID home restriction. I want to hear your stories of what going and doing things you didn't know you'd be doing again, or you didn't realize how balanced you were, or the fitness that you've gained instead of sitting on the sofa and being restricted in movements because of safety. Now you're prepared to go out. Those would be the greatest stories I can hear, is that you went out and you lived life because you were prepared and ready. I sent out a newsletter yesterday. There's a little tip in there about getting ready to get out as well. So please stay in touch and work with us. Deb, how are you doing? I'm glad you love it, and no worries about being late. I'm learning as well all the time. I don't want to start ahead of people being able to get here and missing out on some of the information. But I know Kim, who is the expert with both Facebook for 60 Up and for YouTube and everything, she's going to be putting these up on YouTube so you can go back and look at different exercises. And as we get better, I'll be going through these a little bit stronger as well. So, and stronger and faster, so there's maybe less talking, because I don't have a problem talking. People that know me know that I enjoy sharing information and listening and learning too, which is why I ask you to reach out. Julie, you're most welcome. Thank you for reaching out. Again, like I said, practice the moves that you want to be able to do stationary. So if you want your leg to lift in a different way, go slow. Start working on the action and the movement of the leg individually. Just repeat it and repeat it and repeat it, because practice doesn't make perfect, but perfect practice makes perfect. And again, don't just go through the motions and expect it to change. You have the power and ability to change it yourself, and I know you will. Barbara, you had a problem on TV finding you, so you got on the iPad on Facebook, and there you were. Can I replay this episode? Hey, Barbara, yes. Eventually we'll be on YouTube. Obviously, I don't think we can do it live right now, or at least we're learning, because again, this is something new that we're doing as well, because we want to reach as many people and help as many as we can. This will be replayed. If you reach out on Facebook and send a message, Kim, like I said, who's our amazing expert, she's an amazing lady and truly cares. She's the one that knows how to do the technical side of stuff. So we will get this back out for you again as well. Susan, great that you love the workout. Again, if it's going too fast, if it's going too slow, let me know, because I can only do what I understand from your perspective. And I want to try and help as many people as I can. But thank you so much for being here. I truly love all you guys. And when I say that, this isn't, it's true. I don't have to say anything else. I love the fact that you're here. So thanks so much for sharing your time with me. And Barbara, you're the blessing. So thank you so much. I'm going to be checking out now. I got to get back to the office. We've got a lot of people that we're still helping from there. And I'm actually going to go and check on our metal poles. So if you know anybody that's got balance issues and you're feeling the difference, please share your story, because the only way we can help people is to be able to have them join the 60 Up family. And today I've got to go and get the new metal poles that we just got delivered, because they've been going great. The metal poles help those that have less stability, or right now they're not confident enough to have the flex poles. Let me just explain that to you really quick. The flex poles flex because it forces your brain to connect more to your feet, because your feet control the board. So the flex is the destination, or actually letting go of the poles is the ultimate destination. But we found with some people, the flex poles didn't give them enough confidence. So I created the metal poles so that now they can hold on stronger, and it'll support their body weight incredibly well. But again, the idea is not to have to use the metal poles, or if you're using them, to get the confidence. Once your confidence, jump on the yellow ones. So I'm going off to work. I wish you all a beautiful, most happy day today, and I'll see you on Tuesday 9 o'clock. Contact me before then so I can prepare the workout to help you the best. Have a beautiful day, great weekend, and stay safe. Bye-bye.